So, hello, I'm Robin Reeve and welcome to this solo playthrough of Advanced Squad Leader. I'm popping my head up because I'm learning how to use my OBS free program of recording, and at least you see the mess of my room behind me with a lot of books and a very small part of my games, but a lot of boxes with ASL gear in it. So we will be playing a scenario from the last Rally Point pack, Rally Point 21, which is devoted to Volksgrenadieren, and we will play a situation in March 1945 where Germans counterattack American troops in a little town in Germany. It's quite an endeavor for me. It's quite a challenge because I decided to record another scenario in English, which is not my first language, so I'll do my best so you understand me properly. I beg your pardon in advance for the bad pronunciation and everything, but I think things still can be understandable. And the other challenge is that it's quite a hefty scenario with 20 German squads and a sprinkle of 6 or 7 tanks attacking the Americans. So it will be quite long, I believe, and this time I won't be able to record full game turns in one video. I'll have to record separately player turns. There we are. Okay, now you don't need to see my head anymore, and we will look at the scenario. So the designer is very well known, and I would say publishing director in a way, Ivan Sherry, who really does fine designs. And the title of the scenario, which follows tradition with the Schwerpunkt and Rally Point scenarios, is a pun, the ERFT effort. So I believe if you say the ERFT effort, yeah, ERFT, there we go. So the situation is Lommesum, Germany, 3rd March 1945. The 9th Infantry Division was advancing east toward the Rhine. 1st Battalion, 39th Infantry Regiment, had taken the village of Lommesum. Their next objective was to seize Derkum, Lex Derkum, less than a mile away and just east of the Erft River. Though little more than a small creek, the soggy ground conditions and steep banks made vehicular crossing the Erft problematic. Oh, sorry, my English. While the Americans were consolidating at Lommesum, the 62nd Volksgrenadier Division, launched a counterattack at 9 o'clock from the villages of Derkum and Hausweiler, consisting of 250 men supported by an assortment of self-propelled guns, including Sturmpanzer IV. The Germans made good use of smoke to cross the open fields. Heavy fighting raged all morning. Elements of Lieutenant Colonel Clarence G. Hapfer's 746th Tank Battalion inflicted casualties on the German self-propelled guns. Soon American firepower began to take its toll on the attackers, and by 1.5 RPM, the German had broken off the engagement. Sporadic small arms fire continued until late afternoon, but the 39th Infantry Regiment secured Lommesum and had lived up to its motto, anything, anytime, anywhere, bar nothing. So as you see, the map, it will be oriented differently, of course, because VASL has only one way to orient maps, which is not a problem for me at all, just explaining things. So you have 3 maps, 86, 59 and 40A. The mission, that means the victory conditions. The German win at game end if they have more good order non-vehicular crew, MMC, victory points in buildings on board 86 adjacent to road segment I'll show that to you in a minute. It's a zone where you have buildings, so you must have more MMC VPs than the Americans. Overstacked units and prisoners don't count anything. So I'm just going to show you the thing. So here you have the map. The Americans will be defending around here, okay, within the green borders. German will be coming through this side on turn 1, and they can also set up here. So we have this zone, and I used an extension that I didn't know the existence of previously, which allows to, draw just hex sides in color. It's much more easy to use than the lines within the draggable overlays. But they are also draggable. That means if I click on them, they could move. But anyway, so this is the German objective. It should be. Okay, and also the American one, just to defend. So let's see the coordinating instructions, special rules if you're playing ASL. So EC are wet, so there won't be a lot of fires. No wind at start. Kindling not authorized. Overlays, I would say a 2-lane stone bridge. Okay, that's not interesting. You'll see that immediately. All roads are paved. Vehicles must pay 1 additional MP to cross a non-road hex side. So that's due to the soggy soil. Let's go on. After the first rally phase, the German player may place up to 3 smoke counters in hexes that don't contain any American units. That hopefully, of course, will cover their moves. I hope I won't forget to do that. But Chapter A, footnote 31b, a Volksgrenadier MMC that is replaced by a conscript MMC that later battle hardens, does so back to a Volksgrenadier MMC. I believe that Volksgrenadier MMC are the 537 species, sort. Okay. The German player may substitute. That's if you have the counters, but all the Stupanzer 4 have AAMG, BMG. That's it. That's the idea. So the scenario is 5 turns and a half, so it's quite hefty. We'll go. It's quite short, but as it's hefty, you have 14 here squads, 7 good quality, 7 average. A crew which will be manning the Recoilless rifle, or Recoilless gun, sorry, and 4 leaders. Okay, not too bad. Off we go. So we have a 50 caliber HMG, 3 MMGs, 3 bazooka 45, 1 recoilless gun and 2 mortars, and 6 concealment counters. What do we have? An M4A3 75 wet storage here, and MA43 76 millimeters wet storage, and 2 M36 tank hunters, tank destroyers, and they come on board from the west edge on turn 1, so they're not directly facing the German armor. They'll take some time. So here are the attackers. So you have a lot of people. 537 Volksgrenadier, 8 447, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 German leaders, of course, but 3 of them are really mediocre. The others are good guys. Anyway, I believe the 0-1s will help push forward the troops and also be ready for rallying purposes. So 1 HMG, 3 MMG, like the defenders, and 5 LMGs, and 3 Panzer Schreck, and we have 3 Stuge 3G late model, and 3 Hetzers, Jagdpanzer 338 Czech chassis, and 2 Sturmpanzer 4 and an armored leader. Here also. So as you see also with the Rally Pointer Schwerpunkt scenarios, you have all the historic fluff text here and nothing further. So what do we have here? We'll look at the tanks first, but the recoilless gun requires some restudying from my part, so we'll try to look that up together. So here's the rule to, they're treated as support weapons. We're looking for the US RCLs. RCL are crew served, fire HE as their main ammunition. US were intended for more widespread distribution as infantry support weapons, etc. Okay. 2 SMCs may fire RCL of their own nationality without penalty if they direct no other fire during their player turn, but leadership DRM never apply when firing an RCL. It's nearly like an ordnance gun, but it's not a gun. Going on the next table, RCL uses the 2-hit table, but 2-hit case A applies only to German RCL, that is the turret change. US 57 millimeters may fire during the AFPH, even after it or its crew moves in the MPH, by adding the +2 to hit DRM for light anti-tank weapons firing the advanced phase. Okay, RCL can never retain concealment when it fires in the LOS of a good order enemy unit. Well, yes, there's a lot of smoke and noise. May never fire from building, rubble, entrenchment, pillbox, cave or vehicle. Okay, RCL cannot require a moving target or use previous acquisition against it. Okay, a moving target. Only German RCL may bore sight here. Backblast zone. The firing hex on all locations within one level of the RCL in the hex or hexes immediately behind it. So extending the LOS, okay, and if it's exactly along a hex spine, then both of those adjacent hexes are in the backblast zone. Okay. An armored unit in the backblast over RCL when it fires, other than a manning infantry. Sorry, I really have a bad habit about that name. Manning infantry, which fired in infantry, which fired it, is TI. Okay. For the remaining of the player turn. If those units have already fired or moved during that player turn, they undergo attack on the 1FP column of the IFT using the color DR of the RCLs to hit DR. Okay, nobody behind, that's just the rule. Anytime the RCL rolls an original 11 on its 2-hit DR, there's a chance that the black blast will start a flame in the black blast zone of the weapon. If the black blast zone contains burnable terra, each hex must be rolled separately on the kindling table with applicable ECDRM to determine if a flame results. So we have a 75 RCL. So we'll now go peep at the US Ordnance rules and afterwards also to the vehicle ones. So here is a M20, okay, notes D and E. That's all, yeah. So this weapon requires crew or 2 SMC to be used without penalty, okay, that's all. And E, dates for Germany are March to May 45. As you can see, it can fire heat 7 and white phosphorus for 7. So nice little weapon. So here is our M4A3 75 wet stowage medium tank. So FGRY. So F and G. F is about an optional by SSR flamethrower, and G is about gyrostabilizer. R is a classic for Shermans, very fast and accurate turret traverse, so it has possibility of multiple hits, and in a gun duel its total fire bases to hit DRM are halved, factors rounded to 2, and Y, okay, there could be a Cullen hedgerow device, so we don't need that point. So the most important one is the multiple hit and quick traverse thing. Here's the, oh no, not the good one. There we are, about the same. M4A376 wet storage. So we have A, that's about APCR, it's available. FG and Y are those points which are not very important. As you notice, it doesn't have that fast traverse. So here is the M18, very light armored, open topped. It can fire APCR 6A6, quite good. Smoke pots and smoke discharge, okay. Nothing special. Note A is about availability of APCR, so it has some. So this 2-gauge high gauge is interesting. You can note, of course, it has that AMG, which only can fire in the vehicle cover dark. We'll see that. But what's important is the Nahverteidigungswaffe, which it has. Smoke 8 and some, no more APCR. Let's see the notes, O, Q, and S. Okay, so AMG remotely controlled, that's it. CMG may only fire within vehicle cover dark, yeah. And S, it can have Schützen, which is not our business here. Sturmpanzer, Brummbär. Okay, it fires normally HE, can fire some heat. Smoke 9, it could have Schützen as per note here. And no intensive fire, okay, nothing very transcendent. So for the hetzer here, E is just about having a check chassis, so there's no DRM when trying ESB. And O, I don't quite remember, but I don't think it's very interesting. Yes, it's about the remotely controlled AMG. There we are. So what do we need to know? Yes, it has limited HE, so it's mostly a tank killer, and it has no more APCR. Yeah. So that will be it, I believe. We already have seen most things. Yeah, nothing special. Except we're in 45 and bad things can happen when Panzerfaust are going out of the pockets. So the Americans set up first, as usual, as a defender. So we'll see that set up and try to do our best for both sides. Well, so. The big questions where I put what. There are no otherwise HIP or other rules, but I already will slightly. I'm going to. Oh, sorry. This is awkward. Okay. So I'm using the most recent 3.70 version of the ASL, and it works fine after what I see. So as we're on the defense, I like to give my my best weapons to my best units. The 667 could be good, moving, but here they need to hold firmly. So we have, 7 here and 7, that's 14, so I can deploy 2. I'm going to deploy 2 here. There we are. The RCL will be given to those guys, which cannot be in a building, so we'll need to put them somewhere else. We'll see. So those will receive the HMG. I'm just dispatching them a little. Okay, sorry. I'm giving the MMGs to the little guys here around. Okay. So the thing, they can go move up to here. Yeah. So it could be a good idea not to be too, far. Yeah, the problem, if we need to pull back, so placing people here could be dangerous. Just as a reminder, vehicles may not enter stream hexes via non-road hex sites. That's very important to note. And also we'll receive some smoke on the face. Which means that German tanks are bound to enter here or here to cross the stream. So, but anyway, the Recoilless rifle has heat, if I remind myself about it. No, it doesn't work. Sorry. Yeah, heat 7, but 75 heat, you know. Facing those monsters with, oh, they have 8 or 14. And 75 heat is not really very powerful. Let's see. To kill heat. Heat. 13. So really, the Recoilless rifle will be good against, what did I say? Against infantry. Okay. That's it. So infantry can go. I think I'll place them here. That's not too bad an idea. Oh, they cannot immediately be hit because the setup zone is here, so they're not badly placed here. There is a steeple here, but it's not very useful. Anyway, I cannot put anybody, but you know, you love to have a machine gun in a steeple, but to what avail? Yeah. Oh, I have my bazookas also. Did I forget to put them there? Oh no, there they are hidden. And oh, okay. Well, I think I'm going to. Sorry, I'm really firing from the hip here. I think I'll give the machine guns to infantry squads and give the mortars to little teams like that. I won't do any spotting. That's rather stupid, useless. Well, have one mortar here just to cover this place. That's the best. Yeah, you know, you need to put them in the most interesting places. This one could just, yes, okay, we'll put them together. And well, so Germans can be, yeah, I would love to, but I cannot. Yeah, the problems. No, could put some people here and just they can run back. But we can receive, yeah, well, we'll put them under concealment. So see, that's the new system where the concealment counter becomes semi-transparent, but it works well if you understand how it works. It's quite nice. I really would like to praise the developers of the ASL. They're doing a fine job, and that's, yeah, really. So here I would also have, oh, why not the heavy machine gun? Yeah. I don't know. No, that's not well placed at all. Sorry. The problem here are the hindrances of the orchards. Yeah, but if I put a good leader, should go here, Mr. Ivy. Okay. Let's have here machine gun. No, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to take a house squad here. I'm going to give those blokes something. Okay, and give this bazooka 45 some punch. around here. You never know. No. You know, when it's about snuffing a tank, I don't care about firing and getting the black blast in my nose. That's not a problem for me. So here we need something punishing. So here we get, no, there we would get shot at. Here also, I believe. Perhaps not here. Or perhaps that would be better. No. Well. We need to defend this place a little. I will soon be swarmed, I believe. But yeah, here we have people who can do something. And some support units ready to fire. Oh yes, we could have something raking here. Why not have a machine gun here just to annoy people? And there's some units hiding around. Lurking with some bazookas. That's two. I don't like that. And first of all, I'm going to give them some bazookas. Yeah, we need to have some defense here. I'm gonna help them here also. So this is more delicate, but I wonder if I put my bazookas in front, it's better because yeah, the tanks will be soon moving. Sorry, there. What are we going to do there? Well. Okay, and so I have the best guys here. I don't know why. Up front here. Not sure I'm doing a good thing, but the proper thing, but you know. Sorry, I'm going to put those together here as a fire brigade. There we are, and we'll have Holler here, Ivy here, just in case. And yes, we can put some concealment on the most. I don't need, they will lose it immediately, but just to hold our breath. So the Americans have 4 SAN also with their sniper. So there we are. Well, quite logically, an arc of defense. Here we have nice guys. Here just holding the place, but I'm not sure it's the best thing to do. I'm going to unconceal it and flip it so we know that at 3 hexes, 4 hexes it hits with a 6. I wonder if it could be a good idea just to come here with a bazooka. Six, 8, 9, 10, yeah. I know it's craziness, but just need to intimidate the Germans a little, and afterwards we'll scamper away. Well, what do we have here? I think I'll do the contrary. I'll have those little guys over here and those over here. Oh, sorry, it's really a mess. It's really a mess. There it is. There we go. I didn't lose people. And those are unconcealed. No, I could put them together. No, I don't want to get slammed uselessly. So off we go. We'll place the... Oh yes, we could have somebody here anyway. No, it's good to intimidate the people. No need to be too... Yeah, the thing is we could... If I move that concealment counter here, yeah, they lose there. I hope there's no sneaky LOS, so I think it's better to put it there, yeah. Never know. So here we are, and now we have 20 German squads. Who are those who I'm going to deploy? To be precise, yeah, 23. So I can deploy 3 squads because 10%. Yeah, so. There we are. So some can set up, but I don't think I can do anything really serious. So here, the good thing would be to advance. Yeah. Just looking what I'm doing here. There's no LOS except here. Yeah, so my mortars will be perhaps more useless than I would believe. Not sure I'm doing something good with them at where I placed them. Let me just reevaluate. I'm defending very strongly in this place, but of course, yes, it can stop them, but it won't anyway, so. We leave them there anyway, they defend anyway somehow, so let's stop being too complicated. So here I'm going to dispatch those little guys so that we see what they will be doing. Okay, so giving an HMG, I think I'm going to dismantle it. Dismantle it. Well, I don't know. No, those don't need so much because anyway. So I think we'll have some punching, but it will take them some time just to come here. I'll have this Hetzer heading the way. And we will need some range here. anyway, not really. I'm not putting them on it, but just putting them for the moment there. Giving them some LMGs. There we are. Who's going to come from here? I don't find it very interesting, but they cannot cross the stream elsewhere, so that's the problem. So I'll also have I'll have a second one here, yeah. And this Hetzer will come, but it's not the best anti-personal thing, but it's small, so there we are. Trying to imagine, yeah. Oh, of course, the Sturmpanzer. Yeah, Sturmpanzer is a good tank here. It could come here. But afterwards it's quite useless. That's the problem. If it remains here, it will need to move a lot. Yeah, but it can start with some smoke. Here, what do we need? Well, we will need some Sturmgeschütz. So this one has, yeah, it has heat a lot, but heat 150 could be very good. 21, and the Americans, sorry for your eyes, 21. Yeah, they kill. It kills about anything. So yeah, it's a good heat round. So perhaps will I have it here, and we will have here Mr. Sturmgeschütz. Off we go. I don't know what could be. No, that's really not a good place for tanks, because afterwards it will take some time. So, and they cannot set up here. So that here we'll have a column attacking this side. That could be the best thing to do. We're out of, can do a lot. And here, let's see, 7. Okay, so there we are. Second echelon. I'm not placing them as riders for the moment, no. Just trying to do things. So if they come here, I think the 447s could make sense a little, but not too many, just 20 men here with a machine gun. Okay, I would say mostly one here. We'll see for the leaders here. And nevertheless, I think it can be interesting just to move up here some people, yeah. And they would be at 4, 5, 6, anyway, a double range. Oh, but yeah, they'll get showered here by, I don't think it's the best place to go. No, we need to put people over here also. I'll try to do some advance, give some nice weapons. What would we have here? Yeah, Panzerschreck at that place, I don't know. Anyway. I'll give it one here and one here. Not a mess. Try to do something here with a light machine gun and a Panzerschreck. Okay. works fine. And then come the others. Yeah. That's too far at last. Yeah. No, but I think it's not bad to have people here with a machine gun. And in support. If you can avoid things, it could be wonderful. Now here we need some punch. That's clear. Sure, I could put riders on those tanks which won't be fired upon until they happen to come here. Or yeah, but I don't like that because riders, they're quite vulnerable. There's a machine gun here, so they'll just move here. It's not very interesting. So, oh, and this one will be placed on what? I like the versatile guns of the Sturmgeschütz. So here it is. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll put those little guys downstairs here. And we have 2 left. I'm never at ease with my setups, especially in large scenarios like that. I don't know if large or not large changes a lot, but I'll have them behind there. Stragglers. So, who's going to push where? I would say we have people here which need to do things. Yeah, here and on this side I'll have Pfeiffer. Because here we are 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll do it. Don't need to have. We'll have some rally guys. So. I'm just going to conceal the guys under because anyway the tanks, you know. So they start concealed indeed. Well. So they all start. Yeah. Not sure at all of what I'm doing. Off we go. Now, due to the very constricted terrain, actually, it's not very interesting to. I didn't know. Oh, it's okay. Don't need to put the mediocre leaders too much in the front. Okay. Try to go around and perhaps move even like that, but of course. There we are. We'll see what it gives. I think this side of the battlefield. Oh, there's not a lot. Okay. Sorry, it's popping up all the time. That my little menu bar. Okay. Oh yes, the Germans still have their. That is a defender's place there. Sniper first. well. Yeah, I need to put them here. There's no discussion. And the German one will be interesting just to wreck everybody about here, not knowing where it's going, but Walter against Lewis. So I'm going to remove the perimeter lines that are useless, so we can start next time. Yeah, already 45 minutes. I knew it would be long. So here we are. Well, the Americans feel, of course, quite intimidated by the mass of Germans attacking, but the Germans have a lot to cross, and some smoke will be placed to start the scenario, so we'll see. All in all, I hope we'll spend a nice time together, and I don't know when I'm going to record more, but I think as I have some holidays these days, I'll be able to maintain some rhythm. So all in all the best to you, and I hope to hear from you next time. If you saw that I botched something really terrible in my setup, I mean placed things at the wrong place, please tell me and I'll correct it. But of course that needs to come before I record the next first turn. So all in all, see you later. Bye bye.